All right, take a comfortable seat on your yoga space. Sit up nice and tall through the spine. Take a moment to turn your gaze low or close the eyes. As you do that, give the awareness and attention to your breath. This month throughout classes, turning to the mantra, the intention of homecoming. And this rectangular sticky mat being the symbol of a place of home, of safe space for you. A place to feel cared for, a place to play and get creative. Call the intention that you need from that space on your sticky mat today. No better homecoming for me than to get to practice next to my mom. The mantra card I drew today, focusing within this safe space of home, says, "The moment I realign with love, clear direction is presented to me." The moment I realign with love, clear direction is presented to me. Let that direction come to focus through the start of a little bit of movement. Tuck the chin down to the chest and just rock the head from side to side. And throughout the movement and class today, I'll ask you to be in the flow of your direction, be in the flow of your intention. Not being too rigid with your movements, letting the breath really open you up. So however feels right, to rock the head from side to side, get the torso a bit involved, go for it. And then we'll keep right ear over towards the right shoulder and walk the right fingertips out to the side. Reach the left hand up and over. So you lean into that side body reach. And then very gently turn the head so you're looking up towards the sky. Breathe here. And then bring it back to your center. Let the chin tuck to the chest and go left ear to left shoulder. Get that stretch for a second, and then we'll open it up into a side body stretch. So left fingertips out to the side. You're still looking down at the left hand. Lift the right arm up and overhead for the long side body. And then turn the gaze to the sky, to the top arm. Little different stretch. Great. Inhale, come back around to your center. Take both arms out in front of you like you're folding over your legs a bit halfway into child's pose here. Give it a full breath in, a full breath out. And then crawl over the legs to all fours. As you set up in all fours, hands right under the shoulders, knees underneath the line of the hips. Start with a pretty traditional cat and cow, just moving the spine up and down. Find the pace that works for you. And try to let the breath come first, and then you move in response to that breath. Inhale. And then let the belly fall, pull the chest through, eyes and tailbone up. Exhale, and then round the back, drop the head. Keep the cat and cow motion, but I want you to change just to tuck your toes and come up onto the finger pads rather than the full palm. And you might get a little bit more ease in the full range of the spine here, staying just a little bit lifted from that grounding. So toes tucked on the finger pads if possible, with the palms lifted, cat and cow. Feel free at any point to let the exhale out through the mouth. If you've got any congestion happening, that feels better, I'm sure. Now make this more of a circular motion. You can untuck the toes, go back to flat hands, and bring the whole body up and around. Maybe even dropping the hips forward towards the hands as you create those full body circles. Great. Switch directions. So as the breath comes, switch. Stay back in child's pose now, knees apart, big toes together. Continue to kind of crawl the hands forward, so it's a pretty big stretch there. Walk the hands over towards the right side, towards that 2 or even the 3 on a clock face if the front of the mat is the 12. And then it goes back across the center on over to your second side. And go back to the middle. Place the hands flat, spread all 10 fingers wide, grip underneath, especially through the J, the thumb and first finger of that hand. And then tuck your toes. Try to keep the arms long as you lift to downward facing dog. Lift the hips higher. Pedal out the feet. Still letting the breath kind of lead the way. Feel free to stay on one side a little longer, whatever feels good here. Test it out. And then bend your knees a lot and walk your hands backwards to your feet. So you're at the end of your yoga mat. Stay in a bent knee position, fold over, ragdoll. Hands can just hang or hold on to the elbows and swing a little side to side. And then ever so slowly roll it on up to standing, one vertebrae at a time. Take the shoulders up and back a couple of times as we stand tall. And forward and down. Lift both arms up to the sky, big full reach here. Look up, stretch up. Exhale and then dive down, fingertips right in front of the feet. Walk it out to downward facing dog. And then come forward to plank pose, shoulders right over the line of the wrist. Squeeze the heels close, squeeze your glutes, lengthen your tailbone, tone the abdomen. Look a little forward of the hands, all the good things. Stay here at the top of your plank. Keep the breath moving, the body static. We're here for a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down nice and slow to your belly, all the way down. Reach your hands back behind you, Shalabhasana. Turn the palms up, lift everything that you can. Up, lift, lift, lift. Lower it down, press back to child's pose. And then come up to all fours. And change the direction of your hands. Point your fingers out to the side, long edges of your mat, and just shift a little bit side to side here. And then kind of circular. Go in both directions of the circle. All right? So this 90-degree turn might be quite enough. You could keep doing that and work there. Or turn your hands one more 90-degree turn so that your fingers face back towards your knees. Make sure your hands themselves are still as wide as your shoulders. A lot of folks with a more dramatic carrying angle, your hands end up close to each other, so make sure to still widen the hands. And then probably even more gentle here, shifting the weight a little forward and back and around. Sometimes these very simple exercises are what can kind of catch us off guard. Make sure you're taking good care of yourself. Do what works and slowly walk the hands back around. All the way, fingers forward, downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward to a low lunge. So it might take a few steps. Keep helping yourself to get to your full stride, knee over ankle. Of course, those working with blocks, you can place the hands under the blocks just to give yourself a little more space. Let's all stretch the right hand up to the sky, so twisted or revolved lunge here. And then change to your down dog lunge. So hands to the inside, spin the back heel down, and walk your hands towards that left corner of your yoga mat. Yeah. So like downward facing dog in your upper body, but more like warrior 2 in your legs. Try to broaden the right knee, the front knee, a little bit away from that front shoulder. Give yourself some space. Breathe into it. Okay, listen up here, friends. Walk your hands into the inside of your foot. Pick up the back heel so you're back to your low lunge, but with both hands on the inside. So you've got a little more ease to work with, and rock back and forth. Bend and straighten. Find a flow, breath and body working together. That's where we're looking for our homecoming today. And finally, walk the right foot all the way back to downward facing dog. Inhale, forward to plank pose. Nice, slow and controlled, lower down to your belly. Shalabhasana, hands can be open or bound behind the back here. Lift everything that you can up. As you lower it down, press back to child's pose. Come up to all fours. This time, take the right hand out to the side. And then like that twist, right hand up to the sky. Let the shoulders, torso, hips even get involved to lift. And now thread underneath, shoulder, ear, side of the face, down to the mat. Reach your left hand up to the sky, twirl the wrist a little bit. Might feel good after that wrist work we just did a moment before. Then set the left hand behind the right hip if you want to go there. If that doesn't feel good, don't do it. Walk it all back. Left hand beside your face. Use it to help you come up to all fours. Take a little pause. And then we've got one more side. Take the left hand straight out. And then lift, open twist, close the twist. Shoulder, ear, side of the face, down to the mat. Take the right hand up to the sky, twirl the wrist. Or tuck the right hand behind the hip. Unthread yourself. Take the right hand beside your face on the ground. Press through it to come up to all fours. Breath in. Breath out. Downward facing dog. Lift the hips. Step your left foot forward into your low lunge. Again, one step or several. Get your full stride. Keep your feet themselves about hip distance apart, both anterior hip points facing front. And then lift the left hand up, twisted lunge. Down dog lunge, both hands come to the inside, spin the back heel down, 2 flat feet, walk the hands out towards the top right corner of the mat. I should say, of course, we could always walk our hands further towards the long edge of the mat to give ourselves even a little bit more space and ease there. Do what works. Keep broadening the front knee away from the front shoulder. Try to scoop the left sit bone underneath you. 2 more breaths here, everybody. Push more weight into your back leg. Let the hips rise just a little bit. And then walk the hands in, pick up the back heel, both hands to the inside of your foot. So you've got a little space, and then shift back and forward. Take the front leg to or towards straight each time. When the legs are straighter, working on that length and stretch through the back of the legs. Getting more into the hip flexor as we bend the front knee. And then gradually back to downward facing dog. I like to just heel toe that left foot out to the side so I can place the hands flat and step on back. Come forward again to plank. One more belly down back bend here to get us going. Lower it all the way down. Hands open or closed, lift up, fly. Great, push back to child's pose. This one is heavy as you can be. Let the arms hang, maybe even take the hands to reach back towards your heels so the shoulders can release forward. Let it be. And then bring the torso upright so you're sitting back on your feet, knees together, but tuck the toes and sit back on those tucked toes. If you need to be more upright all the way to kneeling, that's fine too. Interlace the hands, flip the palms, and reach to the sky. Try to take the torso all the way vertical. Hands press way up high. If that means lifting up higher off of your heels, go for it. And release. Okay, downward facing dog. Using this a bit more like a transition. So once you're in dog, bend the knees and walk your feet forward to the front end of your yoga mat. Uttanasana, make all 10 fingers touch the ground, and you make the legs as straight as they'll go, keeping the hands down. Nice full back body stretch there. Little bend in the knees to make it easiest. Inhale, stand up, lift the arms to the sky. Palms together, center of the chest. Turn the corners of your mouth up as you close the eyes. Heart rate starting to lift just a little bit, body getting warm. Mind coming into the flow of this movement. All right. We'll speed things up just a little bit, get the heart rate a little bit more lifted. Keep coming online with ourselves. Inhale, arms up, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, extend from the hips out to the crown of the head. Keep the right foot forward. Step your left foot back into a lunge. You've already done this. Lift the right hand up in your twist. Lower the hand to the inside of your foot, down dog lunge. Spin the back heel down. Walk the hands out. Now bring the right elbow to your knee so you come halfway up. Side angle pose, reach the left arm overhead. Long full reach. Open up the chest, the hips more towards the long edge of your mat. So you keep getting a little taller, a little fuller in the position. One more breath right here. And then come upright to warrior two. Lift the torso straight up and down, arms in either direction. Awesome. Gaze out over your front fingertips. Cartwheel the hands down around that front foot. Step back to plank. Lower flat down to the mat. We've got cobra here now. Press down through the hands, the feet. Peel the chest up. And change to downward facing dog. Hips all the way up and back. Look forward to your hands. Make your way to the front of the mat. A step, a jump, a walk. Half lift. Forward fold. Stand, arms to the sky, reach up. Palms together, center of the chest. Let's do it on the second side. Lift the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Now left foot stays forward, step your right foot back. Pause there for a breath. Lift the left hand now up towards the sky in your twist. We go to our down dog lunge, both hands to the inside, back heel spins down, walk the hands out. Couple of breaths there. Side angle, bring your left elbow to the knee, right arm palm down, long reach overhead. Good, stay just as you are in the legs. Lift the torso, warrior two. Shoulders over the line of the hips, look out over the left fingertips. Beautifully done. Let's cartwheel down, step back to plank. Lower. You are in the flow. Inhale, lift halfway to cobra and downward facing dog. Look to your hands, make your way forward. I'm going to keep building this a little bit today. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Stand up, reach the arms to the sky. Palms together, center of the chest. So we'll do that whole first half of the series, and then you'll see a little bit more newness added. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Keep letting the breath guide you. Inhale and then extend the spine. Right foot forward, step the left foot back. You're here again for the twist, right arm up. Set the hand to the inside, down dog lunge, spin the back heel down, walk the hands out. So the legs stay exactly the same as much as possible from here into side angle, elbow to knee, left arm long overhead. There's more scoop of the tailbone down so we can turn and open through the hips and chest. And then warrior two, come up. From here, we cartwheel back down, but now the right foot goes all the way up and back to three-legged dog. Knee to the nose, hover forward. This can always come with the back knee down. Keep it up if it works. And then three-legged dog, lift it up and back. You've probably guessed this. We've got two more. Knee to chest, hover forward. And up and back. Knee to chest, hover forward, stay. And step it all the way through. Warrior three, that right foot gets the weight. Lift your left leg. Bring the hands to the waist. Lift the torso halfway up. So you're trying to make your torso about parallel to the floor. One more ask. Can you extend the arms forward? Make that full T shape of your body. You've got this. You've got this. And stand up, 2 feet at the front of the mat. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lift the arms up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, fold over. Inhale, half lift. Keep left foot forward, step the right foot back. Lift the left hand up for the twist. Set it down to the inside, down dog lunge, spin the back heel down, walk the hands out. So lots of good hip work today, rotating all the way around. Take that a little higher, elbow to knee, top arm palm down overhead. That extra scoop of the tailbone down as you open up, side length of the body. Perfect. Warrior two, lift the torso, gaze out over the front fingertips. Okay, these are the new pieces for the second side. Cartwheel the hands down, left foot goes up and back, three-legged dog all the way through. Knee to the chest, hover forward. Lift three-legged dog. Do it 2 more times. Knee to the chest, hover forward. Lift up and back. Knee to the chest, hover, stay, stay, stay. And step it all the way through. Okay, warrior three. So you can step the right foot in until you get all that weight to the left leg, hands to the waist. And then lift the right leg up and back. If your hands are at the waist, it'll help you if you find those bony hip points to try to square both hip points down. Once you can keep that, extend the arms forward. Bottom leg can be straighter or more bent, depending on what works for your back, your hamstrings. Hands back to the waist, stand up, mountain pose, top of the mat. Breathe in. Be breathed, exhale. One more breath right there, just mountain pose. All right, again, inhale, lift the arms, stay in the flow. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Right foot forward, step the left foot back. I'm going to take out a few of the pieces here. So spin the back heel down, walk the hands to the inside, and right into your side angle. Right elbow to the knee, top arm palm down overhead. Warrior two, lift the torso upright. From here, I want you to lift your back heel, spin to a high lunge. Both arms go to the sky, hips around to the front. High lunge. And now we're going to try from here to go to warrior three. Take the weight into the front leg. You might have a little stopping ground in between. As you tilt, torso down, leg up. And here's where we go all the way down to a low lunge, hands down. Find the twist from the top that we skipped, right hand high. Lower the hands, shift the legs a little bit forward and back. Forward and back. And then lower the left knee down to the ground, bring the hands to the front thigh. Pause, torso upright. Stay there with hands down or try the hands up, look up. Lower the hands on either side of the front foot, change to plank. Plank pose. Can you do plank with your right leg in the air? Lift your right foot off of the ground. If the right leg is up, keep it up as much as possible as you lower flat down to the mat. Even here, for little baby cobra lift, it changes a lot. At least it does for me. And then the right leg gets to come down. If it's not already, press back to child's pose. Downward facing dog. Look to your hands, step or jump to the front end of the yoga mat. Half lift, forward fold. Stand up, reach the arms to the sky. Palms to the center. All right, let's see if the same thing or something a little different presents itself on the second side. Lift the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift. Left foot stays forward. Step your right foot back to your lunge. Both hands to the inside, spin that back heel down, right into your side angle, left elbow to the knee, right arm palm down, reach it way long overhead. Nicely done. Come up to warrior two, look forward over the front fingertips. High enough in the legs and hips that you can lift the back heel, and then change, arms up, high lunge. Hips, shoulders face that short front edge of the mat now. And into warrior three, that T shape of the body, drag the back foot forward, get all the weight into the left leg, and then that pendulum of torso down, leg up. Lower to your lunge. Lift the left hand high. As you set the left hand down, sway in the legs a little bit forward and back here. Next time the left knee is bent, take the right knee down to the mat, walk the hands up to the front thigh. Nice strong lift in the torso, squeeze the back knee forward, front heel back. With that connection in toe, lift the arms high if you're going there. Stay in the flow, walk your hands back down, step through plank. Remember, stay right here. This next bit is an add-on. You take it or you don't. Left foot comes into the air, just a few inches above. Try keeping it lifted as you lower down. Even here, as you go into a little baby cobra, be good to yourself. Way off balance, feels a little funky. Set it all the way down, press back to child's pose. Change to downward facing dog. Look forward to your hands and make your way forward. Step, jump, walk. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Stand, reach the arms up to the sky. Palms together, center of the chest, or hands all the way down by your side. Take your gaze inward or low to the ground. Really check in here. How is the breath leading you? How much are you leading the breath? As much as possible through this final standing flow, try to really let the breath be the leader, the teacher, the guide. The body follows in response. Inhale, lift the arms, look up. Exhale, dive down to your toes. Half lift. Right foot stays forward. Step the left foot back. Both hands come to the inside of the foot. Spin the back heel down. Right elbow to the knee, left arm palm down overhead. You're back to that side angle pose. Warrior two, lift the torso upright. Keep looking forward and then lift your back heel and circle around to your high lunge. Both hips, shoulders face that short side of the mat. From the breath, go to warrior three. Launch to your front leg. Keep breathing. Lower it all the way down to your low lunge. Lift the right hand high into the twist. As you set the hand down, rock back and forth in the legs. Anjaneyasana, set the back knee down. Hands to thighs and hold, or go right on up. Maybe more back bend, palms together. Keep the hands moving back, eyes trying to reach and look at the hands. Here's your extra. Hands come back down. Lift the back knee. Revolve triangle pose. Walk the back foot in just a little bit. As you press the back heel down, straighten the legs, bring both hands to the waist. Try to keep the torso about parallel to the floor. Think more like warrior three. Extend your left arm straight out in front of you like you do in warrior three. Good. From that, trying to keep the long line from hips to the fingertips. Lower the left hand down to your mat, either side of the foot or a block. Right hand to the sky. Turn the gaze as you'd like. Let the breath lead you out of the pose, all the way to three-legged dog. So we've got to go into a low lunge and scoop the right foot up and back, three-legged dog. Friends, knee to chest, hover forward. You've got this. It's hard, and we can do the hard things. Three-legged dog. Again, pull it in. Lift it up and back. And this time, step it all the way forward into the low lunge. Just breathe. No rush. Control the breath. Control the body. This one's tricky. We're going to pull the left knee in and stand up on that right leg. Left knee comes all the way up as you stand up. Hug around the front of the shin. Hold either behind the thigh or down to your foot. And extend the left leg straight out in front of you. That's a lot in one flow. Set the leg down. Be present. Ready? Second side, last time for our standing work. Lift the arms up. Exhale, fold. Half lift. Left foot stays forward. Step the right foot back. Do we even remember how this all starts? Hands to the inside. Spin the back heel down. You're going into side angle. So walk elbow to the knee. Top arm, palm down overhead. Warrior two. Lift the torso. Legs stay as is for the moment. Look over the front fingertips. I always do this little walk in with the back leg, heel toe a little bit as I prepare to lift the back heel and shift your high lunge, arms to the sky. Lots of balance work in there. Nicely done. Warrior three, launch to the left leg. Right leg goes up as the torso goes down. Lower the hands, lower the back foot into your low lunge. Left hand high into the twist. Set it back down, rock the legs a little forward and back. Stay with the lunge, lower the back knee. Anjaneyasana is that big heart opener with either hands at the thigh or hands up to the sky. Lower the hands either side of the front foot. Scoop the left foot all the way up and back to three-legged dog. Pull knee to nose, hover forward, up and back. Knee to nose, hover forward, up and back. Step it all the way through into your lunge. Shorten the stride a bit. Turn the back heel down, hands to the waist, straighten both legs. Pull the torso halfway up. Extend the right arm out in front as you continue to try to pull the left hip up and back. Again, we're thinking like warrior three from hips to fingertips. Keep that length and set the right hand down. It can be either side of the foot, what provides you the safe space of home on your mat. Lift the left arm up, tone and turn. We've done all those good low lunge twist. Find it here. And as you release back to your low lunge, we just pause, take it in for a couple of breaths. Don't worry about what comes next, just be right here. Slow the breath, bring that heart rate down a bit. All right, my mom and I are wearing these flamingo Fa-la-la-la-la-mingo shirts. I always think of this as flamingo. We're gonna kick the right heel into our seat, stand on that left leg, and then we try to come upright, never letting the right leg find the floor. Hug around the front shin. And if you do, who cares? You just check your balance and try again. Hold under the thigh, that's a little more supportive. If you're going for the big stretch, you'll hold underneath your foot and make the right leg as straight as it'll go out in front. Two feet to the ground. Separate the feet as a little wider than the hips. We've made it. Long-standing flow. Safe and sound in this home base of our yoga practice. Malasana, yogi squat. So take your feet about as wide as your yoga mat. I know some of you like to sit on a block here, keep your butt more lifted, so you might be halfway there, like elbows to knees with butt higher. If the feet can stay flat and the hips can go lower, go for it. Try to bring your torso up. I like palms together with upper arm bones pressing the inner thighs sort of out. Give it a couple more breaths. Can you release just a bit more? And then catch yourself behind. So I'm going to walk the hands back and just have a seat. Remembering on Sunday we did all that crazy crab walk stuff. I'm going to take that out and go right into the boat pose. Lift the feet up, extend the legs as much as you can. Keep the torso lifted. Maybe take the hands away as well. Remember, bent knees totally works here too. Boat pose. A bit more of a static position, but still feeling breathed. Bound angle, so the feet come down, knees out. Fold over your legs. Now I like to fold over because it feels good. If it doesn't feel right to you, stay upright or even keep the hands behind you with the chest more lifted. And then bring the torso back upright, hold on to the outside of your knees, pull in, and then make the legs straight out to the front. A little pat through, whatever feels nice to release here. So much standing work. All right, and then we'll take the right foot in, cross it over. Use the hands to kind of pull your chest up and into that front thigh. Then with the right leg over, turn towards the right. So you're kind of twisting over that front thigh. Take the left elbow to the outside of the knee, or you can hug the front of the shin, whichever works today for you. Don't feel stuck in the twist. A little bit of movement in the spine here through the breath. And then on your next inhale, untwist. Set both legs back out. We're going to keep working on that same leg. I want you to roll towards the left leg. Pull the right heel towards your seat. For a hero leg, you're going to try to sit on the front of your foot, heel really close into the outer thigh. This is hard for me, keeping the knee pointed straight ahead. So I just give myself a little space. Heel stays close to the glute, but knee can go more out to the side so you feel slightly more balanced. and fold over the left leg, the extended leg. If nothing is working for you in that hero leg, please don't torture yourself. You could sit up higher on a yoga block or change more like a tree leg to the external rotation rather than the internal rotation. Okay, let's come on back up. Lean your weight to the left leg so it's easy on the knee to extend. Second side, we'll take the left foot in and over. We do the twist first. Seated twist, look over the left thigh, left shoulder, hug the front or the outside of the leg. Inhale and then untwist. We release that left leg, lean to your right side so we have freedom on the left knee to bend. Again, we're trying to put the front of our foot flat down on the mat. If the knees can stay close and you can sit up on top of the hips, great. Go ahead and fold over. This is my more troublesome side, so I can try to take the knee out and then fold over. Again, if that's still not working, you'll sit up higher or change that leg completely. Another bit of an option is kind of holding it and swaying to the side. Walk yourself on up, lean over towards that right leg so there's no weight as you extend the left. Lie down onto your back. Hug your knees into the chest as you lie on back. Hug the knees in tight, so there's going to be some space when you first pull those knees in. Can you get them a little bit closer? Lift your head and your shoulders to take in that tight, tight squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then release. And as you do so, set the knees down towards the right side. Try this. Extend the top leg so that your right hand catches the left foot. Don't kick me. And there we're getting another little spotlight on the outer hip. Knees come together, up and over to the other side. And again here, the left hand could just hold across the top thigh, that works. Or hold on to your right outer foot. As you kick it straighter, you should get more stretch into your IT band, that outer glute to hip to knee. Bring everything back to your center. Okay, think of yourself like in a wide-kneed child's pose. Try to take your knees more under your armpits here, but your feet still together. That's sort of like halfway to happy baby. If you want full happy baby, you hold on to the outsides of your feet, like you're trying to stand on your ceiling with your feet, but pull the hands down. Last little bit for the inner thigh and groin. And then release soles of the feet down to the mat and have your have your feet as wide as your mat so they can be like windshield wipers. Try to drop your knees from side to side. The knees should never touch your feet, so the feet are wide enough. Think of those windshield wipers on your car, how they never get caught up in one another. There's space. Again, go at a pace that feels right for you. And then let the knees fall in, keep the feet wide so the mid to low back can really settle down into the mat. Place the hands over low belly. And take a quick body scan. Is there anything coming up that you still need to wiggle a bit out? Is there a final pose or two that would help you to feel like you've really circled the bases back to home in this practice? Go ahead and add that in. And if that body scan says, I am complete, I'm good, you can stay just as you are, or stretch your legs out, arms out to the side for Shavasana. I know some of you, like I do, enjoy an upright meditation seat of Shavasana. That works too. Find that final pose of stillness as you are ready. Friends, as you are ready, slowly make your way back to a seated position. Take your time, no rush. Throughout the first part of December, the moon, the stars are all aligning to ask us to be darker, to turn in. Do a bit of inquiry to your homecoming. Yesterday was their winter solstice, which means from here on out through this season, we are gaining a bit of light in that darkness each day. The moment I realign with love, clear direction is presented to me. I hope that you seek out that light, your clear direction, especially in these last days of 2021. 3 chimes and then the sound of Om. Take a deep breath in. From the light within me, I bow and honor that same light within each of us. Namaste.